Hello and welcome to this 20-minute beginner's yoga sequence. My name is Sebastian. Namaste to you. We'll start with the feet hip width apart, in line with the hips, starting with an exercise called Thropukaranam or Super Brain Yoga. With the left hand take hold of the right earlobe, the right hand take hold of the left earlobe, and gently pull down the earlobes towards the ground. We squat down the knees and bring the elbows close to the floor. And we do this with the breath. So inhale to go down, exhale to come up. We do this around 18 to 20 times. Doing with the breath. If you feel that the balance is stable, close down the eyes. We're working towards bringing the elbows as close to the ground as possible, whilst maintaining balance and control of the body and of the breath. We're about halfway through now. You should be feeling the body warm up. Sometimes these are referred to as yogic squats. And we use this to warm up the body in preparation for the postures to come. Last few now. Welcome the warmth. Move with control. And release and stand in Tadasana with the feet hip width and the palms face forward. Breathing deeply. Next, we'll come to a balancing posture, Vrikshasana, the tree pose. Stand with the feet together. Draw the right knee up to a right angle and stay here. If you want to progress, place the foot below or above the knee or take it into the inner thigh, pushing the foot into the thigh into the foot. Bring the hands into prayer and maybe extend the hands up and overhead to come to the full version of the tree pose. It can really help to focus on a point that isn't moving in front of you to help with balance. You can also use a wall. We're staying in this pose for around 30 seconds. Breath nice and smooth. And with control, we bring the hands back to prayer and step back towards the back of the mat with the right foot, coming to our Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. So the front knee is bent, the back leg is straight, rooting down through the heel, reaching up with the hands. If it's too much for you to have the hands lifted, you can place the hands on the hips. Sinking down to your own degree. And then taking it to Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2, left arm forward, right arm back. Gaze back at the back hand, check it's in line with the front, and then gaze forward over the middle fingers. Sinking down once again to your own degree, going to a point where you can hold the posture comfortably for around 30 seconds or so. Now we move to the extended side angle. Take the left arm down to the left leg and extend the right arm up towards the ceiling. You can also take a deeper stretch by placing the left hand inside of the left foot down towards the ground or on a block. Deepening the stretch across the side of the body. Making our awareness on the breath present as we draw the body back up. Resting for just a moment in Virabhadrasana 2, lower the back hand, step forward into prayer position. That concludes the sequence on the right. Let's take it to the left. Bring the arms down, bend the left knee to 45-degree angle. Remember, you can always stay here, otherwise placing the foot into the position. Remember, either above or below the knee, not directly on top. Palms together, perhaps extending the hands up. Once again, focusing on a point that isn't moving in front of you. Root down through the standing leg. The firmer you are with the foundations, the stronger the pose will be. This is a wonderful pose to help with concentration, balance. Moving on, we step back with the left leg into our Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Here, rooting down through the feet, straightening through the back leg. Maybe the gaze up towards the hands, if that's okay, on the neck, otherwise looking straight ahead. Sinking down to your own degree, chest is squared with the front of the mat. Preparing to move to Virabhadrasana 2, left arm back, right arm forward. One gaze back at the backhand to check the alignment, and then looking forward. Feeling strong in Virabhadrasana 2. Establishing this warrior pose, strengthening through the thighs and the legs. Now preparing to move into the extended side angle, left arm up, right elbow down to the right knee. Option to stay here or to take it further, placing the right hand inside of the right foot, left hand up, sinking down to your own degree. Holding, staying present with the breath, and allowing your inhalation to draw you back up to Virabhadrasana 2. Left arm comes forward, and we meet in prayer. Now, lifting the hands up, as you exhale, fold from the hips, and we'll stay in a standing forward fold. Now, not to worry if the belly doesn't come flat on top of the thighs. This will depend on the looseness of your hamstrings and the flexibility in the hips and the lower back. We're not forcing ourselves to fold here, but just allowing the weight of the head and the body to slowly fall over the toes. To come out, bending the knees, place the hands in line with the feet, and we'll step back to a plank position just for a moment before lowering the knees and coming to a tabletop position for some cat and cow stretches, moving through the hips, the back, opening the chest. With an inhale, we drop the belly, look up, arching back. With an exhale, draw the belly in, take the upper back up towards the ceiling, release the head. Moving in this way a few rounds. Once again, inhaling, arching back, look up. As you exhale, draw the belly in and release the head and neck. You have about 30 seconds or so to move with your breath. Spreading through the fingers, rooting down through the knuckles. Now preparing for our first downward facing dog of the practice, tuck the toes, push the hips up and straighten through the arms, through the back. The knees nice and bent to begin as we start to pedal out the legs. Try and link this with the breath as you exhale, rooting down through each heel, about 10 times in total. Trying to keep that length in the upper back. And then perhaps we come to stillness, rooting down through the heels, pushing down through the palm of the hands. Holding for around 30 seconds. Allow the belly to draw back towards the spine, the hips nice and high. Keep the arms straight, with the elbow creases shining towards the front of the mat. Bending through the knees now, lowering the knees, we come to our foot stretch. taking the hips and sitting bones down towards the heels as you draw the feet together, knees slightly apart. Perhaps sitting on the heels as we give the soles of the feet a nice deep stretch. If it's too much for you, then untuck the toes and stretch through the top of the ankles. So again, about 30 seconds here. An option to close the eyes, breathe deeply, sending the breath into the belly, into the chest. To come out, bring the body forward, swing the legs to one side, drop the hips down, and we come to lie on our backs, preparing for the leg raises and holds, strengthening the core of the body. Arms beside the body, toes pointing up. We link movement with breath here, keeping the connection with the lower back. Inhale, raise the right leg up and lower down with the exhale. Left leg up, exhale to lower down. Right leg up, exhale to lower down. Left leg up, exhale to lower down. Right leg up, exhale. Inhale, left leg up, exhale. Good. Now for the holds. Interlace the finger behind the raised right leg and hold here with the head and shoulders connected to the ground. Try to straighten both legs, root down through the back of the left leg, both toes pointing towards the face. Again, the arms are guiding the leg closer to the body rather than forcing it. Preparing to move on. With your exhalation, raise the head up, the chest up, the hands higher up the leg and hold. With each inhale, open the chest, bring the chest closer to the leg. With each exhale, the leg closer to the chest. Again, not forcing, just allowing the breath to give you the space. Preparing to release, inhale to release the head and shoulders, exhale, lower the leg. Straight to the other side, left leg up, interlace the hands behind the leg. Now if you don't have the reach to interlace the fingers behind the leg, feel free to take a strap or a belt to place behind the leg, holding in either hand. Same can be done when we come to raise the head and chest. You can place a belt under the sole of the foot. Invite deep breaths here, and on your exhale, raise the head up, the chest up, the hands higher up the leg, hold. Using the core to keep you up here. Once again, the arms are just guide for the leg to draw closer to the body. Allowing the breath to do the work here. Releasing with the inhalation, lowering down with the exhalation. Bending the knees, place the feet on the floor. We start to raise the hips up and place the hands underneath the body for the double leg raises. With the breath, inhale both legs up and exhale lower down. With control here, inhaling to raise up, exhaling to go down. We're working to do this about 10 times if possible. Relax the face, the jaw, move with control. Try to keep a connection with the lower back and the mat. A few more times, moving with the breath. And then lower down as slow as you can for your last one before resting in Shavasana as you slowly begin to bring the breath back under control, breathing in deeply and breathing out fully. Soften the body, soften the face. And now we bend the knees, place the feet on the floor, preparing for the bridge posture. root down through the heels, and as you do so, you send the knees forward, and then the hips begin to raise up. Sending the chest towards the chin away from the chest we hold here. Option to interlace the fingers and draw the knuckles towards the heels, once again lifting the chest higher, the hips higher. Again, another 30 seconds or so here. Try to imagine that you're drawing the knees towards one another to create that tension and support in the hip region. Each inhale may be raising the hips higher, and with your exhales finding softness. Place the palms down if you had the interlace and slowly roll down the spine. Extend the legs and rest in Shavasana for a few breaths, allowing the body to rejuvenate and absorb the benefits of the posture. Any discomfort in the neck or tension in the neck, roll the head from side to side. Moving on to Matsyasana, the fish pose. Bend the knees. Again, raise the hips up so you can place the palms face down with the arms close together. Lower the hips onto the back of the arms. Legs straight as you inhale. Raise the head up. Push into the elbows. Send the chest up and then release the head down towards the ground. The weight here is in the elbows. The legs can be relaxed. Allowing the chest to open, full breaths into the belly, into the chest. This pose is a wonderful heart opener, correcting rounding shoulders, opening the chest region. "30 seconds or so here. If there's any discomfort in the neck, you can have the chin connected towards the chest area. To come out with an inhale, look towards the toes, lower the spine and the head, release the arms, resting in Shavasana for a moment, turning the head from side to side to release any tension in the neck. So we now come to our final relaxation of Shavasana, allowing the feet to be mat width apart, the arms slightly wider than the side of the body. Allowing the eyes to close, release all control of the breath. Staying here for around 2 minutes or more, allowing this time for your body to rejuvenate, absorbing the benefits of all of the postures that you've done today. Allow the breath to become smooth and calm with a natural ebb and flow. Once again, my name is Sebastian McChain, and this class has been brought to you by Ghingo. It's been wonderful to practice with you. I hope to see you again on the mat. Om Namah Shivaya. Namaste.